Hey everybody, I'm Trevor from COGconnected, and today I'm here to tell you about Tetris Effect Connected for the Xbox Series X. Now before I get into it, if you could give us a like, drop a comment, a subscribe, we would really appreciate it. In fact, if you could take it one step further and check out our site, that's www.COGconnected.com. That would be most awesome. We have a crew of amazing, hardworking writers, so it would be great if you would support them, support the content, and just check us out. That's all you gotta do. Alright, so Tetris Effect Connected, what can I say? You know, it's funny, for such a simple game, it sure is easy to get sucked in. I mean, next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. and you're staring at your alarm clock that's about to go off in a few hours. It's that chill yet addictive nature of Tetris Effect Connected that really works, and it works quite well. For the past week, I've been playing this new spin on that legendary video game on our Xbox Series X console, and the result is quite fantastic. On the surface, it seems like it should be a relaxing experience, but it's anything but. I mean, sure, it's gorgeous, but it's hectic, it's intense, and it's infuriating at times. But it really is satisfying when you clear that level that's really had your number for what seems like hours. There's no question the heart and soul of that classic Tetris experience is alive and well with Tetris Effect Connected. Now, we reviewed Tetris Effect a couple years ago, and to this day, it remains one of our highest scored reviews. Tetris Effect Connected is essentially an expansion to that original game. Just as it was when it first launched on the PS4 in 2018, Tetris Effect Connected is a timed exclusive until summer 2021, when it arrives as a free update for existing PS4, Epic Games Store, and Oculus Quest versions. So what does this expansion have? Well, it's got a new co-op mode, it's got competitive online and local multiplayer modes. So this is really where I spent the bulk of my time. And like I mentioned, it's a blast. Not to mention it runs at 4K, 60 frames per second on Series X. And those of you that are curious, on the Xbox One S, it runs at 1080p 30 frames per second. And then on the Xbox One X, it runs at 1080p 60 FPS. I mean, the only drawback I experienced when playing the game was the process for actually setting up co-op game mode with my wife. I get it, Microsoft wants users to sign up with a proper account, but it sure would be nice if I could have just signed her up as a guest and jump into a game right away. Maybe there's a way to do it? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out. So after screwing around with the sign-up process and having issues syncing another controller, which oddly enough, I don't know why this was the case, but I had to jump into the Xbox home screen to sync up a second controller. I couldn't do that within the game. Or at least, just like the sign-up process, I couldn't figure it out. But really, after some fiddling around, it wasn't long before we were able to jump into a head-to-head battle. We spent most of our time in the zone battle mode. Essentially, it's a standard Tetris game with a twist. You clear a line, and that sends random blocks to the other person, which essentially screws with what they're trying to do. But your opponent can stop these blocks by freezing time. The more we played, the more it was obvious that there's actually a lot of strategy here, especially to fighting your opponent. And it really turned into exhilarating battles all the time. It's quite awesome. There's also a score attack mode, which is a highest score wins type mode. Of all the new modes, this one's pretty straightforward, but like the rest of the experience, the games themselves are surprisingly intense and competitive. A variation on the score attack mode is the classic score attack mode. This one has the look and feel of that original Tetris game from way back when, I think 30 years ago. Classic score attack takes those classic controls and settings and eliminates some of the new controls, which I've been quickly getting used to, like that hard drop and hold Q feature. So classic score attack mode gets rid of that. The connected mode is probably the craziest of the bunch. This 3-player co-op mode allows you to team up with 3 friends where your main goal is to destroy the AI boss. Now don't worry, if you don't have anyone to play with, the CPU will jump in and play alongside you. It's a really cool mode where at various points, all 3 of your Tetris boards combine, requiring everyone to work together to clear lines and to chip away at that boss. I mean, I'm not sure if this mode will actually take off, but it's those cooperative aspects of this game that I really enjoyed. In addition to co-op play, it also includes online competitive multiplayer for up to 3 players. There's ranked and unranked play, there's online matchmaking, and a player progression for unlockable avatars. Crossplay is also available between all Xbox platforms, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and Windows Store PC. So that's about it. Tetris Effect Connected is really exactly what you would expect. It's that fabulous visual audio Tetris Effect experience on that Series X next-gen console. The added multiplayer component only gives this entire experience more replayability, more reason to come back. It loads in a flash, it runs brilliantly on the Series X, and visually it looks incredible. All those addictive elements remain firmly intact. It's looking like a rock-solid day one purchase when the Xbox Series X launches November 10th, 2020. Thanks for checking out our videos.